Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're going to have a look at the Hell difficulty 25 boss or bosses. When you do get up to Hell difficulty there are two bosses, two separate bosses as well. Now the first boss here, relatively easy to counter, is to use the counter attack horn, and I will be using that in the builds for this particular boss. You just need to do as many basic attacks on these rage mushrooms as possible in order to get this boss's HP down by 40%. The minions can come back. You will then do it again, reducing the boss's HP down even further. So realistically, for this boss, you only need to do 20% of his max HP. So just something to keep in mind. Now we move on to the second boss. This is the Phantom Queen. Phantom Queen is a little bit more difficult to resolve, but it is all about getting as many hits to this back row as possible. When you are team building, you need to keep that in mind. That the whole point of this boss is that these minions cannot go down, they cannot die. Not really. I mean, it says here loses 1 HP when using a basic attack, but these minions have 16 HP. They do 1 basic attack per round. There's only 15 rounds, so you do the math on that one. So I will build a couple of teams here, very viable teams in order to pass through, and then we'll take it from there. So bear with me. Okay, so we jump back in. Now I'm going to build a couple of teams, and what I mean by that is I'm going to build 2 sets of teams. The first team I'm going to build is for players who've been playing for a long time. They've got a lot of the different units at relatively high star levels, and they're just looking for teams that are going to get them straight through this boss, the next boss, the boss after that. These teams will 100% do that for you. No questions asked, and it's a very, very competent build. Again, this specific build is for those players who aren't looking to spend money on the game. They're looking to pass through, and yeah, you can use these builds for just about all of the other bosses within Hell difficulty, so just keep that in mind. Now the first team, we are going to go with a mix. You've got Eloin and Eudora on here from our Ethereals, and then a pseudo ethereal in the form of Cleopatra to get that for ethereals synergy to increase our crit rate as much as possible. We do also have Dahlia here to switch with Cleo, so on this front row we are able to switch these two around, and then Dahlia is going to do absolutely massive damage to this boss once we have taken out these rage mushrooms, and similarly Mulan to do another or to do the same job. Effectively, it's to do as many basic attacks as possible. Every time one of my units takes action, Mulan should follow up with a basic attack against these rage mushrooms. So Mulan really the key unit in order to take this boss down. Another key unit or another key way to do that is by the counter attack horn. After triggering dodge, retaliates with a basic attack against the attacker during battle, and then we also increase our dodge rate by 25%. Something else to keep in mind as well, we do have Grace of Shadow, so the higher our energy is, the higher our dodge rate will be, so the more chance we have at doing a basic attack back to these guys, the Rage Mushrooms, to lose as much HP as possible. We have gone for Lance in the first spot. We've gone for Plague Bow for the Holy Shield protection for our front 2 units to keep them alive for as long as possible, and then Hand of Tear as well, just primarily because I've got the cost for this down to 40, so it will trigger faster, but it does provide shielding and additional attack as well. And we've seen the other the relics on here. We've got Undying Shield to keep our front line alive for as long as possible. We do have the to keep our backline alive for as long as possible. We've got increased Mystifier's damage as well for Mulan specifically, and then we've got increased crit damage for Eudora in this back middle slot as well. So that is the first team. The second team is a little bit different, but still very high in value. We do have technically three Valianters on the team. We have Victoria in here. Every time one of our units takes action, they will increase attack and defense as well, because I do have her up to 9 stars. We have Ra on the team to soak up all of the damage of this front row. Now, if you did want to, say for example, go for it properly, you're really looking at Ra on this front slot, and then what you can do, you can take out Undying Shield in this one. go ahead, put Pursuit Dart in, and then you take out of this one. I would probably suggest the basic attacks and then pop in Undying Shield for this one. Have Ra sit in this spot here, and Ra will protect the entire team there as well. So we will look at this build, and I would say that this build is absolutely fine to go with. We have Pandora to do the majority of the damage. Pandora going to do a lot. Going to do a lot of damage to all of these bosses. Hopefully she will target the Phantom Queen. In order to kind of guarantee that, what you need to do is pop Pandora into this slot here so she can attack the boss directly. Now we have Audrey as well. Audrey is very useful. She can steal any holy shields that are generated. I don't believe there are any for this boss, but she also increases her own attack and does absolutely massive damage, especially paired alongside Wuzatam. Wuzatam will give an additional 50% damage boost, and as well she will also give 75% damage reduction to the entire team. We also have, for our relics, we have the Flame Banner. Flame Banner does a lot of work in this one, specifically because of the additional Holy Shield protection that it provides. We have Magatama here, a very, very strong relic, and in my opinion, one of the best PvE relics in the game. And the reason for that is because it applies percentage-based damage rather than just flat numbers damage, which is often stronger against bosses, specifically because the bosses have exceptionally high levels of HP, and so you want to do percentage based damage. That's why Mulan is so good as well, is because her burn does percentage based damage as well, as opposed to flat number based damage. You know, from big ultimates or whatever, there's a cap on that. And then finally, gone with the claw as well. So increase max HP. We don't really care about that, but we do get the 25% HP increase, and after casting the relic, applies 3 freezing points to 2 random enemies. When a target accumulates more than 5 freezing point, a strong freezing point mark is applied. And then, if the target has a strong freezing point mark, immediately removes 2 stacks of Holy Shield from the target. So we can remove Holy Shield if required as well. Can be very, very strong, but I think it's absolutely fine to proceed with this particular team build. Again, we checked out the relics. It is 300% damage to Glorians, 300% damage to Valianters. We've got Splash Axe, we've got the Undying Shield, we've got increased speed as well for all of our team. Now, let me go ahead and build a second team for this. Okay, so we have got a couple of new teams on here, much more mid-range or free-to-play friendly teams, and this consists of mainly Mystifiers. As I mentioned before, Mystifiers are the key, getting as many corrode stacks on this guy as possible to do that extra 20% damage. We have gone with Soulbinding Lance for relics. Now, this only needs to be 2 stars in order to get a victory here, because all you need is for that second part of the passive to kick in. We do have the Chaos Blades. Ooh, wherever they've gone. There we go. Chaos Blades for protection. Primarily, you are looking to protect your team as much as possible with this build, and also you do have the Knight's Edge for additional attack increase. Now, you only need the majority of these at 1 to 2 stars in order to pass this. Lancelot definitely just needs 1 star. You need Pandora. You do need two stars for Pandora. Guy, you only need 1 star. Astrid, 1 to 2 stars is preferable. And then Dullahan, you should be able to pick up no problem throughout the course of the way to Hell difficulty. Again, he only needs really 2 stars or 3 stars to get the damage in. Now we go on to the next team. It is basically the team that I've been preaching about for the entirety of this event. It is Ra, Atrops, Dahlia, Ophelia, and Elisha as well. Elisha here to increase HP and increase attack. Dahlia to switch with Atrops. You've got Ophelia for whenever you increase your HP, you will also get an increase in attack to power up Atrops even more. And then Ra is finally here to keep the team alive for as long as possible. Using the Undying Shield effect, keeps backline allies alive, retaining a minimum of 30% HP. And Ra, her passive ability, even at 6 stars, allows for her to at the start of battle, increase max HP, blah blah blah. Yeah, Ra protects our allies by taking damage in their place. So effectively, you can cheese this enemy by keeping your entire team alive. If you don't have a copy of Ra, but you do have a copy of Elma, I would suggest putting Elma on the front row. Instead, sticking Ophelia on this back row and having Dahlia switch with Elisha as much as possible, and as much with Atrops as well. But for now, we will go with Ra on this one, because I haven't really used her altogether too much recently. We do have relics as well, so we've got healing vase to power up Atrops as much as possible with the effect from Grace of Hunters. So as you can see, we need 250 million healing received in order to power up Atrops and get her that attack and defense. We also have the, what do you call it, the Phantom or the Lantern, or Chimere's Lantern, I think it is. But basically, it reduces enemies' attack. It reduces enemies' defense as well as allowing you to hit a bit harder when you do hit the enemy eventually. And also we have the Excalibur, which increases our crit rate, which allows for Elisha to do what she needs to do and power up the rest of the team with those crits. So we will be jumping in with these two teams. Finally, we do have Undying Shield on this team. We have Pursuit Dart, and we have the Wings as well to allow for as many ultimate attacks as possible, and Splash Axe here to help get us through and get enough damage on that boss as well. So we will jump in. Again, we do have Monarch synergy within this build and 2 protectors as well, but you really don't need that many, or you don't need that many stars in order to pass through. I believe the minimum that you'll need for each of these is 1 star, except for Pandora. I think you'll need 2 stars for Pandora in order to pass through. So as you can see, taking enough time here to build up, and unfortunately this is the enemy with the lowest HP, which is why Pandora is attacking this particular minion, because it did have the lowest HP. But remember, every time we do a basic attack, we will take off 1 HP, and Pandora doing that ultimate, doing her ultimate here, is technically classed as responding with a basic attack. So we are looking to do as many basic attacks as possible using that counter attack horn. It just so happens Pandora's ultimate is her basic attack. Effectively, when you get her up to that 7-star mark, I believe, really, really strong. But we do have Gaia here applying all these stacks of corrode to these enemies, and we will also take 1 HP off them every time we do that basic attack. So as you can see, we now go into our own basic attack phase, which again, it is it is something to behold. So we do get Pandora to proc here, but as you can see, it is taking off that 1 HP every single time. So we do get the miss from these enemies here, and allow us to hopefully do enough basics to take them out before we go into round 2. But we'll just have to see. So looks like, yep, we have done enough to take these guys out. We do the 40% damage to this boss by taking out the enemy, or taking out all of their minions, and we're just looking to do that 20% HP before, or well, 10% HP before these minions come back. And it looks like we should be absolutely fine. Astrid doing phenomenal amounts of damage. Gaia also doing large amounts of damage, but it's those corrode stacks that we're applying as well, which does allow for us to do multiple instances of damage. I think Pandora's got this, to be honest. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see, easy for me, but it might take you guys a bit longer, but that team will be more than good enough to pass through. Now, this is a little bit, it's I would say it's a bit more challenging, to say the least, because we're not going to be able to get that 40% damage off. And then there we go. So the healing vase applied to Astrid allows for her to do what she needs to. We get protect here from Ra as well. As you can see, Ra is taking considerable amounts of damage, but nowhere near as much damage as the rest of the team would take. And again, we've got that invincibility now. So the higher Ra's attack and defense goes, the better it will be. Hashtag not sponsored. And we get the double ult here as well. Or the triple ult from Ra. That is not bad because she crit and because she's got high speed as well. So we'll see how much Dahlia is going to do to this boss. Oh, that's the dual, sorry. That's the dual function. Something to keep in mind, that dual, if your Atrops does have massive attack stats, then she will proc the dual and she'll power herself up. And also power the rest of the team up on her secondary ultimate as well. Now, I think the reason that we're not seeing a lot of damage here is because, flipping heck, you pop off, Ra, is because my Astrid is actually much slower than the rest of the team here. And it's because of the accessories that I've got equipped. So if we don't win here, I'm going to need to take... Yeah, it's because... unfortunately, I haven't got the accessories speed up. So the 4th slot accessory, I believe it's earrings, on the top slot for all, it does increase speed, which is why Atrops has not gone first in this particular instance. So again, if we do lose this one, I think I might have to go back, change up Astrid's accessories to give her as high a speed as possible. Now again, these guys are doing basic attacks. We are on round 3, and these enemies have lost reasonable amounts of their HP, but I don't think it's going to be quite good enough. We're doing a lot with Elisha, flipping heck. And that would have been even more if we'd... Yeah, that would have been even more if our Atrops had gone first. Do remember, if your Atrops is not going first, you're not going to get maximum benefit from her ultimate attacks. So what I might do is... I'm very tempted to skip now that I remembered that. There we go. So we do get Atrops' ultimate to proc, and that is with thanks to Ra, actually. Now, we do get her ultimate to proc once again, but we are in a basic attack round here. So unfortunately, we're going to miss out on a lot of damage in this one, because none of our units will attack the back row. We did get a big chunk of damage off the boss there. It's because of the magma rune or magma accessories that I've got. Now we do proc Atrops in this particular round because of that dodge function that we've got as part of Grace of Shadows, but it would make my life a lot easier. Yeah, it would make my life a lot easier if I'd just not been a dummy and equip that speed rune or speed accessories to Atrops. But as you can see, doing much more damage now. A flipping lot more damage with thanks to Atrops actually ultimating. So as you can see, Atrops ultimate here, and we should get a ton of damage from Dahlia. Yeah, so that's the max amount, it looks like. The max amount of damage that we can do to this boss, this 800,000 million. Yeah, looks like that's the max amount of damage that we can do to this boss, but it looks more than good enough, to be fair. There we go, so Atrops are proc once again as we go into this new round. That is with thanks to Ra, because Atrops has the highest attack on the field. Ra's dual function does allow for Atrops to do what she needs to. Now, Elisha here, yeah, doing max amount of damage to this boss. It looks like that is it by the end of round 7, or close to the start of round 7, sorry. And that is Hell 25 done. So both of the team setups that I've showed you will get you through this boss and probably the rest of the bosses from Hell 25 through to Hell 75 as well. Maybe not Hell 100. That is a whole other kettle of fish. I will have a video out on that later this week. So stay tuned for that. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic day and good luck.